Dr. Alex Carter was looking at fish in his lab when the phone rang. He had been studying samples from the deep ocean for 3 hours, and his eyes hurt from the microscope. The caller said his name was Director Williams from the United Nations, Space Division. "Dr. Carter, we need you for something very important," Williams said. "The aliens want to meet our scientists." Alex almost dropped the phone. Everyone on Earth knew about the aliens now. 6 months ago, they had appeared in huge ships above major cities. They called themselves the Galactic Council. They said Earth was ready to join other worlds in sharing knowledge. "They want you to give a talk about Earth's oceans," Williams continued. "You'll go to their space station with 2 other people. This is the first time humans will present science to aliens." Alex sat down hard in his chair. He had spent 15 years studying marine life at the University of California. He loved talking about fish and coral reefs, but talking to aliens was different. "Why me?" Alex asked. "Your work on ocean ecosystems is perfect. The aliens want to learn about life on different worlds. They think Earth's oceans will be interesting but simple." 3 days later, Alex stood in a government building in Washington, D.C. He met his 2 teammates. Lieutenant Kate Morrison was a tall woman with short black hair. She worked for the military and would handle security. She seemed calm but watched everything carefully. Dr. Ben Hayes was older than Alex, with gray hair and glasses. He studied how animals evolved over millions of years. Ben was excited about meeting aliens but also nervous. "I've been reading about the alien worlds," Ben said while they waited. "Their planets seem very peaceful, not much competition between animals." Kate nodded. "The reports say most alien worlds have only a few hundred species total. Some have less than 50. Alex found this strange. Earth's oceans alone had over 200,000 known species. Maybe the aliens counted differently. Director Williams gave them their final instructions. "Be polite, don't scare them. Remember, they see us as a young species that just learned to travel in space. Show them Earth's nature is beautiful and organized." The spaceship that took them to the alien station looked nothing like the rockets Alex had seen on TV. It was smooth and silent, shaped like a teardrop. Inside, everything was white and clean. The alien pilot was tall and thin with blue skin. He spoke perfect English but never smiled. "Welcome aboard," the pilot said. "I am Navigator Zenth. The journey will take 2 days." During the trip, Alex worked on his presentation. He decided to focus on coral reefs. They were colorful and beautiful. Surely the aliens would find them interesting but not scary. Kate spent her time learning about the space station. "It's called Harmony Prime," she told Alex. 47 different alien species work there. They share scientific knowledge and keep peace between worlds. Ben read everything he could about alien biology. "Most of their worlds have very simple food chains," he said. "Usually 1 or 2 big animals that eat plants, and maybe 1 predator that eats them. That's it." Alex thought about Earth's food webs. In just 1 coral reef, thousands of species competed for space and food. Fish ate smaller fish, which ate even smaller creatures, which ate tiny plants and bacteria. Everything was connected in complex ways. When they reached Harmony Prime, Alex gasped. The space station was enormous, bigger than any city he had ever seen. It spun slowly in space, creating artificial gravity. Lights twinkled across its surface like stars. Inside, the station was full of aliens. Alex saw creatures that looked like walking trees, others that seemed made of crystal, and some that floated in the air inside transparent bubbles. Most were friendly but seemed curious about the humans in a polite way. Commander Lisa Park met them at the dock. She was the only other human on the station, sent there 3 months earlier to prepare for this meeting. "The aliens are excited to learn about Earth," she told them as they walked through wide corridors. "But they have some strange ideas about our world." "What kind of ideas?" Kate asked. "Well, the Zenthari think Earth must be very peaceful because we developed space travel so quickly. They believe only calm species can work together well enough to build spaceships." Alex met some of the alien scientists that evening. The Zenthari looked like large cats with 6 legs and golden fur. Their leader, Science Director Callan, shook Alex's hand with a furry paw. We are very excited to learn about Earth's waters, Callan said. Our world has 3 oceans with very simple life. Only 12 types of fish in each ocean. Very organized and peaceful. Alex smiled and nodded, but inside he felt confused. Only 12 fish species per ocean? Earth's oceans had areas with more species in a single coral reef than that. The Vorthak were even stranger. They looked like living crystals that chimed when they talked. Their representative, Crystal Song Harmony, made beautiful music when she spoke. Our world has perfect balance, she chimed. Each creature has its place, no fighting, no change for millions of years. We expect Earth is similar since you seem so gentle. That night, Alex lay in his assigned room staring at the ceiling. The aliens expected Earth to be simple and peaceful. They thought humans were gentle. Alex thought about the videos he had brought showing great white sharks hunting seals, orcas working together to catch dolphins, and the constant warfare between coral species for territory. Maybe he should change his presentation. Maybe he should focus on the pretty parts and skip the parts about animals eating each other. But Alex was a scientist. His job was to tell the truth about Earth's oceans. He decided to stick with his original plan. How scary could a few fish be to advanced aliens who traveled between stars? He fell asleep planning to show them the most beautiful coral reef footage he had. He wanted to share the wonder of Earth's incredible diversity. He had no idea that his definition of wonderful would be their definition of terrifying. Alex woke up early the next morning and went to the station's main laboratory. The room was huge, with equipment he had never seen before. Alien scientists moved quietly between workstations, their various appendages manipulating instruments that hummed and glowed. He set up his laptop and began reviewing his presentation files. The coral reef videos looked beautiful on his screen. Colorful fish swam between bright corals while sea turtles glided overhead. It seemed perfect for showing Earth's ocean beauty. Ben joined him an hour later, carrying a cup of something that smelled like coffee but was bright purple. The Mallory gave me this drink, Ben said. They're very friendly. I spent the evening talking with their biologist about evolution. What did you learn? Alex asked. Ben sat down and opened his own computer. Their world is amazing, Alex. No competition at all. Plants grow in perfect rows. Animals eat only what they need. When one species gets too many babies, they just naturally have fewer babies the next year. Alex stopped typing. How is that possible? Their biologist, Dr. Gentle Rain, explained it to me. She said their world reached perfect balance 10 million years ago. Nothing changes anymore. No animal hunts another animal. They all eat plants or tiny creatures that want to be eaten. Want to be eaten? That's what she said. Some small creatures on their world exist just to feed bigger creatures. They're happy to do it. Dr. Gentle Rain seemed confused when I asked about predators and prey. She said those words don't translate well. Kate arrived carrying a tablet, full of notes. I've been talking to the station security chief. Commander Park warned me that some aliens get upset easily. Yesterday, a Xanthari scientist fainted when a human maintenance worker mentioned that Earth has poisonous snakes. Alex laughed. Poisonous snakes? That's nothing scary. That's what I thought, Kate said. But Commander Park says we need to be careful. These aliens come from very different worlds. What's normal for us might shock them. Ben pulled up his presentation files. I'm starting to understand what she means. Look at this. He showed them a chart comparing different alien worlds. The Xanthari homeworld had exactly 3 predator species. The Vorthak world had no predators at all. Most alien planets had fewer than 100 total species. How do they have so few species? Alex asked. Their evolution works differently, Ben explained. Most of their worlds had gentle changes over millions of years. No big disasters, no ice ages, no asteroid impacts. Life grew slowly and carefully. Alex thought about Earth's history. 5 major extinction events had wiped out most life, but each time, new species had evolved to fill empty spaces. Competition for food and territory had driven amazing adaptations. Without that pressure, maybe life stayed simple. I need to change my presentation, Alex said. Maybe I should focus on peaceful ocean areas. Kelp forests are calm, seagrass beds are gentle. Don't change anything yet, Kate advised. Let's see how they react to basic information first. That afternoon, Alex attended a practice session where alien scientists shared their own research. Dr. Gentle Rain from the Mallory showed pictures of her homeworld's oceans. The water was crystal clear and blue. A few types of large, slow-moving creatures drifted peacefully through underwater gardens. Our oceans have 12 species of swimmers, she said in a voice like singing. Each one has its perfect role. The filter feeders clean the water. The garden tenders care for the plants. The nutrient carriers move food between regions. All in harmony for 8 million years. Alex raised his hand. What happens if one species grows too much? Don't they compete for space? Dr. Gentle Rain looked confused. Several other aliens made worried sounds. Compete? I don't understand this word in this way, she said. If one group needs more space, the others gladly move. Why would anyone take space from another? There is always enough for everyone. The Vorthak scientist Crystal Song Harmony showed her own presentation next. Her world's single ocean contained exactly 9 species. Each one was perfectly designed for its job. Nothing ever changed. We study the same species our ancestors studied, she chimed proudly. Perfect knowledge of perfect creatures in perfect balance. Alex felt more confused with each presentation. These aliens had studied their worlds for thousands of years, but their worlds were so simple. Earth's oceans were discovered new species every week. How could he explain that to creatures who had seen the same 9 fish for centuries? During the break, Ben pulled Alex aside. I'm worried about my part of the presentation. Why? I study evolution through conflict, predator and prey relationships, competition for mates, survival of the fittest. These aliens don't seem to have any of that. Kate joined them. Commander Park just gave me another warning. A Xanthari delegation leader asked her if humans were dangerous. Apparently word is spreading that we come from a hostile world. Hostile? Alex said. Earth isn't hostile, it's just lively. To them, any world with predators is hostile, Kate explained. Most of their species evolved as the only intelligent life on peaceful planets. They don't understand competition. Alex looked at his presentation files again. His beautiful coral reef videos suddenly seemed different. He saw a parrotfish biting chunks out of living coral. A moray eel hiding in a cave, waiting to grab passing fish. Cleaner fish picking parasites off larger fish in what looked like cooperation, but was really just another feeding relationship. Maybe I should explain things slowly, Alex said. Start with simple concepts. Ben nodded. I'll do the same. Instead of talking about arms races between species, I'll focus on adaptation. But that evening, things got worse. Alex joined a dinner with several alien scientists. He tried to make friendly conversation by asking about their favorite foods. On Earth, many people love seafood, Alex said. Fish, shrimp, crab, ocean creatures are delicious. The table went completely quiet. Dr. Gentle Rain made a sound like a sob. You eat the swimmers? She whispered. Well, yes. Humans are omnivores. We eat plants and animals. Crystal Song Harmony's chiming became sharp and discordant. You consume other thinking creatures? Fish don't really think like we do, Alex said, trying to explain. They're not intelligent like us. All life is sacred, said Science Director Kalen, his golden fur standing on end. Xanthari eat only plants that offer themselves freely. To take life for food is... He struggled with the words. It is the action of monsters. Alex realized he had made a terrible mistake. These aliens didn't just have peaceful worlds. They were completely horrified by the idea of eating other living creatures. How was he going to explain that Earth's entire ocean ecosystem was based on creatures eating each other? That night, he lay awake staring at the ceiling again. Tomorrow was his presentation. He had planned to show the beauty and complexity of coral reefs, but now he understood that everything he thought was beautiful about Earth's oceans would terrify these gentle aliens. The problem was it was too late to change his presentation completely. The equipment was set up. The aliens were expecting to learn about Earth's waters. Alex was a scientist, and scientists told the truth. He would have to show them what Earth's oceans were really like and hope they could understand that humans weren't monsters. They were just products of a world where life had learned to survive by being creative, competitive, and sometimes ruthless. Alex fell asleep wondering if the galaxy was ready to learn about the beautiful violence of Earth's natural world. The main auditorium was packed with aliens. Alex had never seen so many different types of creatures in one place. The Zenthari sat in rows like golden cats, their 6 legs tucked under them. The crystal Vorthak hung from the ceiling, making soft chiming sounds. Floating Malori drifted in transparent bubbles filled with pink gas. Dozens of other species filled every seat and space. Alex stood at the podium, his hands shaking slightly. A huge screen behind him showed the title of his presentation, Life in Earth's Oceans. The translation devices hummed as they converted his words into dozens of alien languages. Kate sat in the front row, watching the crowd carefully. Ben was beside her with his own presentation ready. Commander Park stood near the exit, looking nervous. "Welcome, friends from across the galaxy," Alex began. "I'm honored to share information about my homeworld's oceans with you today." Gentle applause filled the room. Some aliens clapped with hands, others made musical sounds, and a few flashed colored lights. "Earth is a water world," Alex continued. "About 70% of our planet's surface is covered by oceans. These waters contain an amazing variety of life." He clicked to his first slide. Numbers appeared on the screen. Scientists have identified over 200,000 species living in Earth's oceans. We discover new species every week. Some experts believe there might be over 1 million species total, but we haven't found them all yet. A murmur went through the audience. Alex heard several aliens talking quickly in their own languages. Dr. Gentlerain raised a delicate hand. "Dr. Carter, could you repeat that number? Our translation devices may have made an error. 200,000 known species," Alex said clearly. "That's just what we've discovered so far." The murmur became louder. Science Director Kalen stood up, his golden fur bristling. "This seems impossible," he said. "The Zenthari homeworld has been studied for thousands of years. Our oceans contain 43 species total. How can one world support so many different creatures?" Alex had expected this question. Earth's oceans are very large and have many different environments. Warm tropical seas, cold polar waters, shallow coral reefs, and deep trenches. Each environment supports different types of life. He clicked to the next slide, showing pictures of different ocean zones. Bright coral reefs contrasted with dark deep-sea environments. Our deepest ocean trenches go down 11 kilometers. The pressure there is over 1,000 times stronger than at the surface. Different creatures live at every depth. Crystal Song Harmony chimed a worried tune. "So many creatures in one place. Do they have enough food? Enough space?" Alex smiled. "That's where it gets interesting. Earth's ocean creatures have found many creative ways to survive and find food." Click to the next slide, showing a beautiful coral reef scene. Colorful fish swam between bright corals while sea turtles glided overhead. "This is a coral reef," Alex said proudly. "They're like underwater cities. Thousands of different species live together in a small area." The aliens made appreciative sounds. The scene looked peaceful and beautiful. "But here's what makes coral reefs truly amazing," Alex continued. "All these creatures are connected. Each one depends on others in complex ways." He clicked to another slide showing the same reef, but with arrows pointing to different creatures and corals. For example, these bright corals aren't just pretty rocks. They're actually animals. Tiny coral polyps build these structures over hundreds of years. Several aliens leaned forward with interest. "And they don't do it alone," Alex said. "Inside each coral polyp live millions of tiny algae. The algae make food from sunlight and the coral provides them with protection." Dr. Gentlerain made a happy sound. "This sounds like cooperation. Beautiful partnership." "Exactly," Alex said, feeling more confident. "But it gets more complex." He clicked to the next slide, showing a close-up of coral polyps. These coral animals also catch and digest small creatures that float by in the water. They use tiny stinging cells to paralyze their prey. The room went quiet. "Stinging cells?" Science Director Kalen asked slowly. Yes, called nematocysts. They're like tiny harpoons that inject toxins, very effective for catching food. Several aliens made uncomfortable sounds. Alex realized he might be going too fast. It's not dangerous to big creatures like us. The stings are only strong enough to catch plankton and small fish. The corals consume other living creatures? Crystal Song Harmony's chime was now sharp and discordant. Well, yes, that's how they get extra nutrition beyond what the algae provide. The mood in the room was changing. Alex could feel the tension growing. Let me show you something really impressive, he said, trying to get back to the wonder of coral reefs. This is how diverse these communities can be. He clicked to a video of a thriving reef. The camera moved slowly through the coral formations, showing fish of every color and size. In just 1 square meter of coral reef, you might find 50 different species of fish plus hundreds of other creatures like crabs, shrimp, worms, and mollusks. The aliens watched the beautiful footage, but Alex noticed they were taking lots of notes now. Their body language seemed tense. Each creature has its own special role, Alex explained as different fish appeared on screen. Some eat algae to keep it from growing too much. Others clean parasites off bigger fish. Some dig burrows in the sand. A bright yellow fish appeared on screen, picking at the coral. This parrotfish is very important, Alex said. It bites chunks of coral to get the algae inside. Then it grinds up the coral and poops out sand. Many tropical beaches are made from parrotfish poop. He had meant this to be interesting, but several aliens made disgusted sounds. The video continued, showing the parrotfish taking large bites out of living coral. Wait, said a tree-like alien Alex hadn't met. That creature is destroying the coral homes? Not destroying, Alex said quickly. It's part of the natural cycle. The coral grows back. The parrotfish helps control algae growth. It's all balanced. But he could see the aliens were having trouble with this concept. To them, watching one creature bite chunks out of another creature's home looked like vandalism. Let me show you another example of reef cooperation, Alex said, clicking to the next video. The screen showed a large fish hovering motionless while smaller, brightly colored fish swam around it. This is a cleaning station, Alex explained. The big fish comes here to have parasites removed. The small fish get a meal, and the big fish gets cleaned. Everyone benefits. The aliens relaxed slightly. This looked more like the cooperation they understood. Then the video showed a close-up of the small fish actually biting and pulling parasites off the big fish's skin and gills. More uncomfortable sounds filled the room. The cleaning fish bite the other fish? Dr. Gentle Rain asked weakly. They're just removing parasites and dead skin, Alex said. It doesn't hurt the big fish. It actually helps. But Alex was starting to understand that these aliens saw any creature biting another creature as violence even when it was helpful. Perhaps we should take a short break, Commander Park suggested from the back of the room. Alex looked at his presentation timeline. He had planned to show much more complex examples of reef life. He had videos of moray eels, octopuses hunting, crabs and sharks patrolling the reef edges. If the aliens were already upset by cleaning fish and parrotfish, how would they react to actual predators? That's a good idea, Alex said. We'll take 15 minutes, then continue with more examples of ocean life. As the aliens filed out of the auditorium, Alex heard them talking in worried voices. Many were taking pictures of his slides with their various recording devices. Kate came up to the podium. How do you think it's going? Alex looked at his laptop screen, showing his upcoming slides about sharks, octopuses, and deep-sea predators. I think we might have a problem, he said quietly. Ben joined them, looking concerned. I overheard some of the aliens talking. They're calling coral reefs war zones and violence ecosystems. Alex stared at his beautiful reef footage, trying to see it through alien eyes. Creatures biting other creatures, animals destroying each other's homes, tiny hunters shooting, poison harpoons at their prey. Maybe to beings from peaceful worlds, coral reefs really did look like underwater battlefields. The problem was, He hadn't even started talking about the scary parts of Earth's oceans yet. After the break, fewer aliens returned to their seats. Alex noticed several empty spaces where Mallory and Zenthari had been sitting. Commander Park looked worried as she counted the remaining audience. "Welcome back," Alex said, trying to sound cheerful. "Now I'd like to show you some of Earth's most amazing ocean environments." He clicked to his next slide, showing a dark blue image with a few points of light. This is the deep ocean, where sunlight never reaches. It covers most of our planet's seafloor. The pressure here is crushing, the temperature is near freezing, and there's no light at all. The aliens made interested sounds. This seemed safer than coral reefs. "Life in the deep ocean faces incredible challenges," Alex continued. "No plants can grow without sunlight, so creatures must find other ways to get food." He clicked to the next slide, showing a strange fish with huge teeth and a glowing lure hanging from its head. This is an anglerfish. It has solved the food problem in a very clever way. Dr. Gentle Rain raised her hand. "It's quite unusual looking. What does it eat in such a dark place?" Alex smiled. "It's a patient hunter. See that glowing light on its head? It uses that to attract other fish in the darkness." He played a video showing the anglerfish sitting motionless, its lure glowing softly. A smaller fish swam toward the light, curious about the bright spot in the endless darkness. "The light brings prey close enough for the anglerfish to catch," Alex explained. In the video, the anglerfish's massive mouth suddenly opened and the smaller fish disappeared instantly. Several aliens made shocked sounds. "It tricks other creatures into coming close, then consumes them?" Science Director Callan asked, his golden fur standing on end. "It's actually quite efficient," Alex said. "Food is scarce in the deep ocean, so anglerfish can't waste energy chasing prey. They wait for prey to come to them." Crystal song harmonies chiming became distressed. "This creature uses deception. It lies to other fish." Alex paused. He had never thought of it as lying. It's just adapted to its environment. Evolution has given it a tool to survive. "But the other fish trust the light," Dr. Gentle Rain said sadly. "They think it means safety, but it means death. Alex realized he was looking at the anglerfish differently now. Through alien eyes, it wasn't a clever adaptation. It was a monster that used false promises to murder innocent creatures. "Let me show you another deep ocean adaptation," he said. Clicking to the next slide, the screen showed two anglerfish, but one was much smaller than the other. Anglerfish have also solved another deep ocean problem: finding mates. In the vast darkness, males and females might never find each other. He zoomed in on the image. The smaller fish seemed to be attached to the larger one. The male anglerfish permanently attaches to the female. His body fuses with hers, and he becomes part of her for life. The room went completely silent. "The male loses his own identity?" asked a tree-like alien. "In a way, yes. He becomes totally dependent on the female. She provides food, and he provides genetic material when she's ready to reproduce." Several aliens stood up and began talking urgently to each other. Alex heard words in alien languages that sounded like panic. "This is biological slavery, Dr. Gentle Rain whispered. "No, it's just a different reproductive strategy," Alex tried to explain. "Both partners benefit." "The male gives up everything," Science Director Callan said, his voice shaking. "His freedom, his body, his mind. How is this beneficial?" Alex was struggling to explain something that seemed normal to him. "In the deep ocean, this guarantees successful reproduction. It's actually very practical." But he could see that practical didn't matter to these aliens. They saw the anglerfish mating system as horrifying slavery. "Perhaps we should move to a different topic," Ben suggested quietly from the front row. Alex nodded and clicked to his next section. "Let me show you some of the amazing intelligence we find in ocean creatures." The screen showed a video of an octopus moving across a coral reef. This is an octopus, one of Earth's most intelligent ocean animals. The alien seemed to relax slightly. The octopus looked interesting but not immediately threatening. "Octopuses are incredible problem solvers," Alex said. They can use tools, solve puzzles, and even recognize individual humans. In the video, the octopus picked up a coconut shell and carried it with it. See how it carries that shell? Later, it will use that as a shelter. The aliens made appreciative sounds. Tool use was something they could understand and respect. But what makes octopuses truly amazing is their hunting ability. Alex continued. The mood in the room shifted again. Alex played another video showing an octopus stalking a crab. The octopus changed colors to match the rocks around it, becoming nearly invisible. They're masters of camouflage, Alex explained as the octopus slowly approached its prey. They can change color and texture instantly to blend with any background. The crab in the video had no idea the octopus was there until 8 arms suddenly surrounded it. No, Dr. Gentlerain said softly. In the video, the octopus quickly subdued the struggling crab and carried it away to eat. The octopus uses stealth and surprise, Alex said. It's one of nature's perfect ambush predators. More aliens stood up to leave. Alex could see fear in their faces now. Dr. Carter, Science Director Kalen said, his voice tight with emotion. Are you telling us that your world's most intelligent ocean creature is also a deceptive killer? Alex stopped the video. Well, yes, but it combines high intelligence with the ability to become invisible and hunt other creatures? That's one way to put it, and you said these creatures can recognize individual humans? Alex suddenly understood what the aliens were thinking. To them, an intelligent, invisible, shape-changing predator that could remember specific people sounded like a nightmare monster. Octopuses aren't dangerous to humans, Alex said quickly. They're actually quite shy. But Crystal Song Harmony was chiming in panic. Your world creates thinking creatures that are also perfect killers? They're not killers, Alex protested. They just hunt for food like any other animal. But they think while they kill, said the tree-like alien. They plan. They deceive. They remember. Alex looked at his laptop screen. His next videos showed octopuses opening jars, escaping from tanks, and solving complex puzzles. He had wanted to show how wonderful octopus intelligence was, but now he realized that every example of octopus cleverness would terrify these aliens more. A creature smart enough to open locks was also smart enough to plan elaborate hunts. Ben stood up from the front row. Maybe we should take another break. But Alex could see it was too late. Word was spreading through the remaining audience. He heard aliens using their communication devices, probably reporting back to their homeworlds. Commander Park approached the podium. Dr. Carter, perhaps we should wrap up for today. Alex looked at his presentation files. He still had videos of great white sharks, killer whales hunting in packs, and deep-sea creatures with even stranger adaptations. If octopuses had frightened the aliens this much, he couldn't imagine how they would react to footage of orcas flipping, seals into the air, or sharks detecting electrical fields from prey animals' hearts. I think that might be wise, Alex said quietly. As the remaining aliens filed out of the auditorium, Alex heard them talking in hushed, worried voices. Some were taking pictures of his slides about octopuses. Others were already making calls to their homeworlds. Kate came up to the podium. How bad do you think this is? Alex looked at the footage of the octopus hunt still frozen on his screen. The intelligent eyes of the octopus seemed to stare back at him. I think we might have just convinced 47 alien species that Earth is a planet of nightmares, he said. Ben joined them, looking pale. I overheard some Zenthari talking. They're calling for an emergency session about the human threat. Alex sat down heavily in his chair. He had just wanted to share the beauty and wonder of Earth's oceans. Instead, he had apparently described a world so terrifying that advanced alien civilizations were now afraid of humans. The worst part was, he still didn't understand why. Alex sat in his quarters that evening, staring at his laptop screen. He had spent hours trying to understand what had gone wrong with his presentation. The videos of coral reefs and octopuses still looked beautiful to him. The anglerfish seemed clever, not scary, but the aliens had reacted like he was showing them horror movies. A soft knock interrupted his thoughts. Kate entered, followed by Ben and Commander Park. They all looked serious. We need to talk, Commander Park said, sitting down across from Alex. I've been getting reports from across the station all day. What kind of reports? Alex asked. 3. Alien species have called emergency meetings with their home governments, Kate said. The Xanthari are discussing something they call threat assessment protocols. The Malori have asked for protective escort ships to take them home early. Ben pulled out his tablet. I've been monitoring the alien communication networks. They're calling Earth a death world and humans a nightmare species. Alex felt sick. But I was just showing them ocean life, fish and coral reefs. That's exactly the problem, Commander Park said gently. Alex, these aliens come from worlds where the most dangerous creature might be something that eats too many berries. They've never seen predators, let alone intelligent predators. But octopuses aren't dangerous to humans, Alex protested. You described a creature that can turn invisible, solve complex problems, remember individual faces, and hunt other animals, Kate explained. To them, that sounds like the perfect assassin. Commander Park's communication device buzzed. She looked at it and frowned. What is it? Ben asked. The Galactic Council has called an emergency session for tomorrow morning. The topic is reassessment of human species classification. Alex's stomach dropped. What does that mean? It means they're going to decide if humans are too dangerous to be part of the galactic community, Commander Park said quietly. They sat, in silence for a moment. Alex thought about all the things he hadn't even shown the aliens yet. The videos of great white sharks, killer whales working together to hunt, electric eels that could stun prey with living lightning. Maybe I can fix this, Alex said. I could give another presentation. Show them the peaceful parts of Earth's oceans. Ben shook his head. I don't think that will help. I tried talking to Dr. Gentle Rain earlier. She asked me how humans evolved, intelligence on such a violent world. When I explained that early humans were both hunters and prey, she fainted. You told her humans were prey? Kate asked. I was trying to make us sound less threatening, Ben said sadly. But she focused on the hunter part. She said any species that evolved by hunting other creatures would naturally be violent. Commander Park stood up. There's something else. The aliens want to interview you tomorrow, Alex. They have questions about human behavior in Earth's environment. What kind of questions? Based on what I've heard, they want to know if humans are naturally aggressive, if we see other species as potential food, and if our world has made us into killers. Alex put his head in his hands. How did sharing information about fish turn into this? Because to them, your fish are monsters, Kate said. A world where creatures lie to each other, steal resources, and constantly fight for survival sounds like hell to species that evolved in peace. The next morning, Alex sat in a small room facing a panel of alien representatives. Science Director Kalen was there, along with Dr. Gentle Rain and Crystal Song Harmony. Several other aliens he didn't recognize sat behind them. Dr. Carter, Science Director Kalen began, we need to understand something about your species. Yesterday, you showed us creatures from your world that use deception, violence, and intelligence to harm other life forms. You seem to find this beautiful and natural. I do find it natural, Alex said carefully. Evolution on Earth has created incredible diversity through competition and adaptation. The aliens exchanged worried looks. You mentioned that humans eat other creatures, Dr. Gentle Rain said softly. Is this true? Yes. Humans are omnivores. We eat both plants and animals. Do you hunt intelligent creatures? We don't consider fish and other animals to be intelligent like humans, Alex explained. But you said octopuses are intelligent. Crystal Song Harmony chimed anxiously. Alex realized his mistake too late. Some humans do eat octopus, but several aliens made horrified sounds. You consume the thinking creatures you just praised? Science Director Kalen's voice was full of shock. It's not like that, Alex said desperately. Humans have developed beyond hunting. Most of our food comes from farming. Farming? Asked a new alien voice. Alex turned to see a tall, thin creature with blue skin, the same species as their ship. Pilot. We grow plants and raise animals for food, Alex explained. You breed other creatures specifically to kill and eat them? The blue alien asked. Alex saw the trap too late. Well, yes, but we treat them humanely. The room erupted in shocked chatter. Aliens were talking rapidly in their own languages, and none of it sounded good. Dr. Carter, Science Director Kalen said when the room quieted, you are describing a species that creates life for the sole purpose of ending it. This is beyond our understanding. Most species do this, Alex said weakly. It's how ecosystems work. Perhaps that is the problem, Dr. Gentle Rain said sadly. Your entire world operates on principles of violence and death. How could any species, evolving there, be anything but violent? Humans aren't violent, Alex protested. We're explorers and scientists and artists. We want to learn and create and share knowledge. Yet you come from a world where survival requires killing, the blue alien said. Where intelligence evolved as a hunting tool. Where even your most advanced creatures deceive and destroy other life. Alex looked around the room at the alien faces staring at him. He saw fear, disgust, and something that might have been pity. We're not monsters, he said quietly. Perhaps not intentionally, Science Director Kalen said. But you are products of a world that would terrify our children. How can we trust a species that finds beauty in deception and death? The interview continued for 2 more hours. But Alex could see it was pointless. Everything he said to defend humanity just made things worse. When he mentioned that humans kept pets, the aliens heard, humans capture other species for their own pleasure. When he described human sports, they heard, humans practice violence for entertainment. That afternoon, Commander Park delivered the news. The Galactic Council had voted to place Earth under protective observation. No more human ships would be allowed to leave Earth's solar system until the galaxy could decide if humanity posed a threat to galactic peace. How long will that take? Alex asked. They're forming a committee to study the question, Commander Park said. It could take decades. Alex looked out the window of his quarters at the stars beyond the space station. Somewhere out there, 47, different species were probably having nightmares about Earth. A world so horrible that it created intelligent creatures who thought octopus hunting was beautiful. He had wanted to show the galaxy the wonders of Earth's oceans. Instead, he had convinced them that Earth was a planet of horrors and humans were products of evolutionary nightmare. The worst part was that he still didn't really understand why his presentation had been so frightening. To Alex, Earth's oceans were still the most beautiful, complex, and amazing ecosystems in the universe. He just wished he could make the aliens see them the way he did, instead of the way they actually were.